Welcome to Inland Empire Alive, bringing you issues, events, and perspectives from throughout San Bernardino and Riverside counties. I'm David Brady, and in today's episode you'll meet Brandi Collato, the first woman to lead the YMCA of the East Valley in its 138-year history. That's today on Inland Empire Alive. Here in the studio with me is the new CEO of the YMCA of the East Valley, Brandi Collato. Welcome to the program. And welcome to the new role.
Thank you for having me.
What attracted you to this role specifically? I know you've worked with some other YMCA organizations in the past.
Sure. Yes, I worked with the YMCA of San Diego County and the YMCA of Greater Long Beach most recently. And I was pretty much born and swaddled in a YMCA t-shirt. So this has been a life calling for me, or a life sentence. And being able to serve an association with multiple branches, our service area is most of San Bernardino County, and be able to engage with volunteers, community members, and help to raise funds to meet those needs was the right fit and the right opportunity for me. And I'm from Southern California. Why would you ever want to leave?
Now, a lot of people know the YMCA from, their childhood memories or depictions they've seen in the media. Some of us only know the YMCA from the song we hear at weddings.
Sure.
How would you describe today's Y? What is today's Y like? And how does it differ from the images people may have in their heads, that may no longer apply?
Sure. Well, a lot of it is the same, but the superpower of the YMCA is that we've been able to navigate over time and evolve based on what those community needs are. The YMCA started as Bible studies in a basement for young men. The Young Men's Christian Association, but not everyone's young, not everyone's man, not everyone's a Christian. And we're for everybody. And so those programs and services have evolved over time. Health and wellness is what a lot know. Some say swim and gym, but water safety is a huge part of our association in YMCA of the East Valley. It's the second leading cause of death for kids in the U.S. Sports and athletics, that's what my passion was as a youngster growing up, and really engaged me. But our association's unique as well. It has the only youth circus in the Y movement. We also have a legal aid clinic, which not everyone thinks of,
Sure.
And that's a unique history when the YWCA folded under the YMCA some years ago. So the Y, either in YMCA of the East Valley or across the country or the world, really, our goal is to look at each individual community, assess what those needs are, and be able to see how the Y plays a role in that.
Well, you touched on this a little bit earlier. Can you talk a little bit about the composition of the YMCA of the East Valley? It's not one location, it's not one facility, it's multiple locations, multiple services. It casts a pretty wide net.
Yes. Our service area is most of San Bernardino County. We have 5 branches. Our full facilities are in Redlands, Highland, and San Bernardino. We also have Redlands Child Care Services with preschool and school-age child care. And we also have a resident camp, Camp Edwards, up in Angeles Oaks. So our history of our association started as just the Redlands Y, and then those others folded over time. So some mistake us as just the Redlands Y, but we are doing a lot more than that, and especially our largest program, child care, is our largest programming. We're the largest child care provider for San Bernardino City Unified. We're in 34 school sites. So we have those 5 primary branches, but the YMCA is not bound by the walls of our primary facilities. Our job is to get out into the community, and child care and youth programming is a large way that we do that in partnerships with schools and other community partners.
So this organization that we're talking about has a 138-year history. Do you feel a pressure to uphold the legacy that has come before you and delivering on people's expectations of this, as you say, this brand that is known worldwide and is in the hearts of so many people?
Mm-hmm. Well, I really think it's a privilege to serve in this role and capacity, but with that is, there's a great responsibility and weight. But I'm ready for the challenge, and I'm excited to be here. I think that in partnership with the community, if we do that right, we can really make those 1 + 1 = 3 possibilities for youngsters and families. So yeah, I feel the pressure, but that motivates me. I'm excited by that.
Well, as you said, you were an athlete, so
I was.
You're driven by a desire to win.
I am.
You've been in the role for several months now. Has anything surprised you so far, or where do you see the greatest opportunities?
You know, I believe that every kid and every person deserves a Y experience. Everybody deserves that. And so I'm impressed by the servant leadership of our staff and our volunteers. That's been really fun for me to get to know and learn about. I told you asked surprises. I am learning that this community is still learning that our association is in service to the entire county. So that's been an educational opportunity I just haven't had that experience before. So we're continuously educating so that they know that we're here to serve. But you know, I mentioned the circus, that's certainly new. I can't say that's a surprise, but it's unique from Y experiences I've had before, legal aid clinic. There's some things that are really special about this association.
We'll be back with Brandi Collato, the new CEO of the YMCA of the East Valley, right after these messages.
Animal Services needs you. Do you love animals and are looking for a way to help the shelter? We have foster and volunteer opportunities year-round. We need foster parents who can advocate for their foster pets' adoption. The shelter has many dogs, cats, kittens, and puppies that could benefit from a foster home. Some animals, especially underage ones like Cole here, require more care than the shelter can provide. Most of the time, they only need a few weeks of TLC before they are ready to be adopted out. For more information, you can visit the Foster tab on www.sbcitypets.org. If you need help selecting a foster pet, email our foster team at fosterpet@sbcity.org. Want to say hi, Cole?
If you'd like to be a guest on Inland Empire Alive, email us at guest@iealive.com. Well, I'm talking with Brandi Collato, the new CEO of the YMCA of the East Valley. Let's talk a little bit about some of the programs and services that are offered at the branches. What are things people can expect? Obviously, there's state-of-the-art gym equipment, you've got staff. What are some of the services that people can expect?
Sure. You know, we're known for health and wellness, but we're in service to the family. We want to create environments where kids and families can spend quality time together. So it's not just about going and running on a treadmill or lifting weights. It's about how we can
You're more
experience.
than just a gym. Is that a common misconception?
It depends. I think, it's our job to educate and ensure. So we're really that second home for people. So whatever the program is that's delivered, whether that's, you know, membership, health and wellness, sports, swimming, childcare, day camp, resident camp. What it's about is building experiences, building self-esteem for kids, creating those lifelong real miracles that you take with you through your entire life.
Like yourself?
Like myself.
Would you say there are programs for all ages typically?
We call ourselves cradle to grave at the Y. So yes, we start from those, you know, youngsters. If, you know, moms and dads just have their kids and need a break to go work on their health and wellness, we have Kids Club, and our senior services are vast to deliver. So yes, that's our favorite term that we use, cradle to grave.
And then what about folks with mobility challenges or disabilities?
Certainly. We have adaptive programming. We have partnerships with school districts for PE programs and things like that. We just had a celebration yesterday for one of those. So we pride ourselves in being able to meet the needs of everyone in the community, whether that's in a specific intentional program or being inclusive with the programs, so kids get opportunities to participate and learn about different kids with different backgrounds and things like that.
There is so much competition in the health and wellness space these days, so much messaging bombarding us for, try this program, join this gym. How do you make the Y stand out? What's your pitch for people to sort of give the Y a shot as opposed to some other snazzier, fancier program they may hear about?
Sure. Well, when you talk about competition with gyms and things like that, we don't really look at it like that. We're different. We're standalone. We're for families. We're to bring people together. So if you're looking just, to work out and come in and leave, you can do that for sure, but you can do that other places too. We want to strengthen the families, and we want to strengthen our communities, and we want to be a part of those building blocks. So I think that's what sets us apart from some of those other, and we do so many different things. That's our strength, and it can be one of our challenges at times too, because people don't know what to think about the why. So, but we really mean something different to every person, and we try to meet those needs as makes sense in each local community.
What are some of your kind of short-term goals in this role now that you've had a few months to kind of sort of get the lay of the land and get to know the community?
Sure. Well, I joke with the search committee that if they hired me because they think I have all the greatest ideas, they're going to be sadly mistaken. But I've been having a lot of fun getting to know our staff team, and I mentioned earlier that they have a real servant leadership heart, but we're also talking a lot about entrepreneurial leadership, innovation, how do we really engage in our communities, and really have ownership and accountability for what we're doing. So those are kind of big vision type things, but those are the conversations that we're having now, because I think those are so important to be sure that we're meeting current needs, and then we're also a step ahead of assessing and trying to see what those needs are in the future as well, and being right there in the mix to meet them.
I want to make sure we let people know exactly how they can find out more about the YMCA of the East Valley. You can go online to ymcaeastvalley.org. You can email ymca@ymcaeastvalley.org, and you can also telephone 909-798-9622. What is the best way to get started? Do you just walk into one of the branches, or should you go to the website? Is there an application to fill out?
Well, we try to give you multiple vehicles to make that as easy as possible. So if you're more comfortable walking in the front door, we have a team there to help you get connected. But our
show up
website's
with a gym bag packed and ready to go?
With a gym bag, with your lunchbox for camp, whatever it is that you're looking, your swimsuit and your goggles, whatever it is you're looking to do. But our website's a great resource as well, and you can always pick up the phone and give us a call.
Brandi Collato, thank you so much for being on the program. And again, congratulations on the new role. We look forward to great things at the YMCA of the East Valley.
Thank you for having me.
Visit iealive.com.